Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Model Builds, and I'm here to unbox the model that I bought at the Montreal Model Train Show, and that is the erroneously labeled Star Trek III Klingon cruiser. Because if I remember correctly, it showed up in the motion picture, and it showed up in Star Trek II during the Kobayashi Maru scenario. But I don't think it showed up in Star Trek III. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But there you go, see? It has a display stand. Or you can suspend it by hanging. You can see... Alright, let's see here. There's the side. So it's from AMT Ertl. Just like the other one. You know, the motion picture one. So now you have a few more kits. Hang on, give me 1 minute here. Will it fit on the... No, it won't quite fit, so it'll have to go on the other shelf. Here's the side. Now, here's the side I'm interested in. Look. Now, William Shatner thankfully has a symmetrical face, but in case you notice, the shoulder clasp is supposed to be on the right shoulder, and the gold stripe is supposed to go down to it from the left, so they accidentally mirrored the image. But you can see 79 and 84, Paramount Pictures. Alright, so I've seen the outside of the box, so now we'll take a look inside, and I've got my scissors here. Now I already did some preemptive checking out of everything. I opened up the decals and found a Ziploc bag for them. I used all the small round. So here we go. Oh, there you go. Now I'm sure if you zoom in really well, you might be able to read that print one day. I don't even know what it says. But there's the Klingon symbol. The interesting thing is it's 3 different colors in later versions, which made it red, black, and green. That's very interesting. Now, let's take a look at the instructions now. Okay. So, let's do... There. That's a bit better, I think. Well, we'll find out. I'm trying to get it so I can... Well, wait a minute. Why don't I just move the camera directly in front of me, like this. There you go. There. And then you can see the instructions. Okay, bring it up a little. Yeah, I always had it onto the side before, but why not just do it like this? So there's the instructions. It shows how to get the parts off the sprue tree, but as you notice, I use a... Oh, look at that. You can use tweezers to hold them. Now I use the scissors, the sprue tree cutters myself. Oh, it's all in one sheet. Look at that. That's going to be a little confusing, but you see how to put the bridge together from different sections, attach it to the neck, and then it attaches to the secondary hull after all the nacelles are assembled. And there's the stand. And then here is where the decals get applied. Okay. Now it doesn't have, well, actually, what, olive green neck, steel blue hull. Okay, I'll leave it steel blue, which is the same color as the plastic, but I'm hoping that the AS5 light blue, I mean, it is a little more gray, of course, but I'm going to try to get it in that color because that is a light blue. We'll find out if that works, of course. So that is the instructions. Now this bag has not been opened yet, so I'm going to. I'll be right back once I have. All right, the bag is open. So let's bring out the first part. Of course, I will put them all back in the bag as they are. All right, so here we go. This is must be the top. Look, it has the part number molded in there. But it also has a part number 34 where that must be the stand. Maybe. All right, there we go. What's next? The neck sprue. With the neck sprue was actually integrated with the base itself. But here are the parts on the sprue tree. You can see the detailed ribbing and everything. And if I'm not mistaken, the part number, oh yeah, the part number's there. Let me get that silver Sharpie out and see if I can highlight the part number. Oh, that wasn't the silver Sharpie. Oh, let's try the Krylon chrome pen then. One of these is going to work. It's just a matter of finding out which one. And I think I found out the one, more or less. Ah, there we go. Don't worry, you won't see the Krylon chrome pen through the plastic from the outside, but you can certainly now tell the part numbers from the inside. That's 19, and this one is 20. I'm going to get the silver Sharpie. It's a lot less messy. Be right back. I have 3 silver Sharpies to choose from. We'll see which one actually makes the part show up better. The part number, I mean. There, the first one worked. That's a lot. That's a lot neater. Part number 4. Okay, so like so. And of course, the good thing is it's labeling the parts on the back side, so you know what part is not to be painted. It's not even to be primed. That's brilliant. Of course, some of them have the part number with the side with the pegs and slots as well, so that's quite a relief. As you see, this part number here, pegs and slots on that side, but this part, that's actually the outside. There's the inside right there, see, 30 and 29, and then of course the stand. Beautiful Paramount Pictures Corporation right there on the stand. A beautiful triangular piece. Oh, that just fell off, so that's where we start finding a nice little Ziploc bag to put them in. I will be right back. That's why I'm also labeling the part on the back too. You'll notice how I'm keeping most of the parts in the bag this time. I'm trying to make it my policy that I don't put them into the little Ziploc bags until I'm ready to actually build the kit. It's a lot better that way. There, that'll fit in here. Perfect. However, in this case, since there isn't much more, except, and look at these little parts that broke off. Now I hope they're either unused parts and there's nothing missing because the bag was sealed. But give me one moment here and I'm going to have to take some stuff off here. I think this was the cover sheet for the decals. Oh yeah, it probably was. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. Be right back. Because I deleted some space from my phone, but not everything. I mean, some videos I no longer needed, but I didn't get everything off there because, you know, the programs take up half the room on the phone. But there you go. See? Now the base. Except for the tiniest little bit. There you go. Base is secure by itself. Now the only part that I need to retrieve is these two. So, cut along here. There. Along here. Like so. Snip. One more spot there. Okay, so there you go. And it will fit in the bag, and you just discard the parts you don't need. and put the piece that you do need in the little Ziploc bag. Turned around, of course. No, wait, there you go. And now the loose parts are accounted for. All right, so then we go on to the next pieces, which are on the next pieces on top, which are, oh yes, an entire sprue tree full of nacelle segments and pylon halves. Now this is something else I'm going to have to cut them off their sprue tree, I think. Oh, there's the stand for the base. Well, actually, that's pretty good. I mean, only one came off, but you see it left its little... Oh dear. No, wait, that's an integrated peg. The other one isn't. Okay. And that one was number 26. So what you do is you highlight the sprue tree with the missing... Yeah, it is 26. And then you check the back of the sprue tree, and that says number 9 on the... Oh, well. I don't know where part 28 then went. I'm hopeful it has part 28 mentioned. Ah, look. There you go. That is 28. Oh, well, it would help if I did the Sharpie on it now, wouldn't it? So that you could see it. So 28 is not missing. It's right there. Okay, good. But in this case, I am actually going to separate the nacelles from that sprue tree because that's a bit precarious. And I'm going to actually put them in their own properly sized Ziploc bag. So I will be right back with that. It's so much fun getting these vintage kits, though, left over from the 80s. It's quite something. All right, each nacelle is labeled now. Here you go. Okay, so that is, there you go. All right, good. So there's the stand, and there are the nacelles. All right, keep going. What is next, and is it on a sprue tree from which it will not fall off? Or is it on a sprue tree from which it will fall off? Because this thing was completely loose. This is part number 3. But the size of the part dictates it's going to have to go into a different bag. So let's see here. Ah, there we are. Found it. Put them in one of these bags now. So I will... Well, let's see. I'll see the parts first. So this is all the stuff from the top of the secondary hull. The top and bottom, which has the hole for the torpedo launcher, the top bridge dome, parts of the neck. These are probably torpedo launchers and engine housings. I can't even hazard a guess what that part is right there, but you see how there's a part on the other side that's missing. So I hope it's floating around in the bag somewhere. That's part of the reason I'm taking some of these things off their sprue trees and putting them into the piece. And it's interesting because I also have up here the Kronos 1, which of course will be done in a completely different paint scheme than this one from 7 years earlier. So, all right, so I'm going to separate the parts out from their sprue tree and put them in the bag. Of course, the smallest parts will go in here, and I'll be back once that's done. Oh, and what I'm going to do with each model I build is I'm going to make sure that the unboxing video is separate. It's not actually part of the build. That way you don't suddenly see a lot of missing unboxing videos and say, oh, where'd it go? And I'm not sure how much needs to be attached to the ship here. Well, wait, there's the holes. Maybe not much. In fact, let's take a look at the instructions for a moment and see if I'm right. Yeah, it's flush. Okay, good. All right. So actually, I can cut right back to the part number. There you go. Excellent. There you are. Okay, good. There's the top. These parts stay together. These parts, I'm not sure what they are, but they are labeled now. Both of them with their part number on the underside. But as you see, the plastic's thick enough you can't see the Sharpie through there. Especially not once it's primed. But that protects the part number even when it's primed and painted so that you still have what you need for assembly. Because different parts are going to be painted different colors and you don't want to get them all confused and mixed up. So it makes sense to actually color them on the underside so you can tell. And the silver Sharpie works wonders because it's a nice consistent color that no matter what color the plastic is, it pops up on the underside. Oh, is this Sharpie beginning to fail? I think so. Well, I have two more. There you go. There you are. Okay, good. All right, here we go. So, if there are pegs and there are holes, there you go, see? The top of the bridge, no, the bottom. The bottom fits together like that. Then you can get rid of that seam. You can align everything nicely. There you go, good. Okay, so put everything in the small bag and we'll move on. Keeping the small bag open in case there's more I want to put in it, which I believe there is. Here's the back of the hull. Now I'm going to carefully take off the sprue tree here. You don't want to damage anything from this angle. Let's go all the way, and there you go. Whew! Broke off relatively cleanly. Even left a little bit of itself on the ship, but it's better than having a missing piece. There we go. Okay, good. That one. And there. Come at it from the underside along this angle. There. Yay, there you go. Good. Perfect. All right. Excellent. There's the bottom of the hull. Probably don't need to do the part number, but I'm going to do it anyway. There you are. Now, you see it has 2 pegs. It has 4 ridges. And nothing along the side, but it has these recessed, maybe they're pin injector holes, but maybe something fits in there. Well, we'll find out. And of course, the final pieces are other things that will be added to this small bag over here. So that the main bag is just reserved for the big pieces. Okay, so let's do some more. Oh, all right, here we go. See? I don't know. I think that's just a sprue tree runner piece. Okay. But here you go. So you turn everything. I think that is a piece. That's a piece. This is a piece. It's probably the torpedo launcher itself. Okay. So I'll do the Sharpie labeling and we'll finish up. And we only have 3 minutes of room left, so we better hurry. All right, so as I label the small pieces, I'm putting them into the small piece bag. Well, actually, I think these 2 small pieces would fit in there too, especially once they're labeled. So there's part 16. And here is part, I believe it's 17. It is. And you can see how it has 2 little pegs. So into the small piece bag it goes, and those should be the final pieces. There and there. And I'm trying to do it so that the part numbers are facing outward, but of course you flip it around and they're not. All right, and then you have part 11 and part, oh dear, well don't worry about a thing. This is part 27. This is kind of the underside. They wouldn't put the part number on unless they were sure you weren't going to see the part, and you can tell they won't because there are 4 pegs in there. So something fits on here. Okay. So into the smaller part bag they go. We'll put everything back in the box in the big bag with the smaller parts on top so they don't get broken. And we'll wrap up the video. I just eased the sprue tree off, and sometimes it comes off easier doing it that way. So top and bottom of the hull, I don't know if you can test fit them together and get them to stay. That's a good experiment. Let's see if there's enough room on camera to try that. Yeah, not quite. Well, there you go. There you go, actually. There you are. Here's a good picture. I don't know if they'll stay together, but it's a... No, they won't. There's the stand. And here's the smaller bag of parts. Well, the big bag of parts. No, we'll keep it separate and put on the other pieces. Okay, so 3 more parts to add to this big bag. That's part of the neck on both sides and this part. Okay, so now we'll put everything back into the box just before we run out of time. Alright, so all the parts fit into the box correctly with the decals. Well, actually, take that picture. Put the instructions on top. There we are. And the decals as well. And we're done.